Phnom Penh, 4 meals, 3 time zones and 2 nights on a plane. It's a grueling schedule for any U.S. president whenever they travel to Asia. President Joe Biden, who turns 80 this month, arrived in Cambodia on Saturday after spending nearly 24 hours traveling from Washington to Egypt and Phnom Penh. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said that Biden called Oregon Governor-elect Tina Kotek on the first of 2 long-haul flights that brought him to Asia. He also spent time checking in White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan and Secretary of State Antony Blinken. He's been meeting with his team talking about the next couple of days, she told reporters traveling with Biden on Air Force One. The latest, what's about to happen. Biden is keeping America's friends close and its rivals closer during his trip to Asia. The president will meet with the leaders of Japan and South Korea on Sunday in Cambodia and has plans to hold bilateral meetings later in the week with the new prime ministers of the UK and Italy. But first, he met with El-Sisi in Egypt, and the next day in Cambodia, Biden planned to meet with Hun Sen. The U.S. has targeted people close to the Cambodia president with sanctions. Sullivan said that Biden is meeting with the hosts of each summit he is attending and pointed out that when Biden travels to Bali for the G20 on his third and final stop, he will meet with Indonesia's democratically elected President Joko Widodo. So he will have plenty of opportunity to engage deeply with core Democratic allies, Biden's national security advisor said. But he's going to engage across the board in service of America's interests and to advance America's strategic position and our values. And that's what guides his decision on every leader he chooses to engage with. Top takeaways: why it matters. Biden is trying to win over countries in Southeast Asia that felt neglected under his predecessors and may be inclined to remain neutral or side with China if regional conflict breaks out. It is certainly the case that the countries of the region do not want conflict or confrontation between the major powers, Sullivan told reporters on the flight to Cambodia. But they also very much want U.S. presence, forward-deployed presence in the region. Sullivan said the U.S. is an important anchor of peace and stability in the region and works to ensure no country can engage in the kind of sustained intimidation and coercion that would be fundamentally adverse to the nations of ASEAN and other countries. Want to know more? Here's what you. Biden takes climate victory lap in Egypt. To some countries, U.S. is doing too little, too late. Is Biden ready for G20 sparring session? Foreign rivals, tensions await president in Bali. This article originally appeared on USA Today. Biden flies across the globe for key meetings in Asia and eventually Europe.